Welcome to East Lansing, Michigan. This afternoon at the place they call the Woodshed. On the banks of the Red Cedar, home to the Michigan State Spartans, where they are ready to start another campaign. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see, the Pandas taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Pandas will get this season underway as toe meets leather. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Michigan State's offense takes the field. This has an old-school feel to it as this running back makes his way onto the field, and all eyes are fixed. They are glued on him.
Yeah, old school because nowadays it's usually quarterbacks and the other guys that get all the attention, but this guy's so good. He is the focal point. He's the guy everybody's looking to. He's the tone setter. He's the physical bell cow for this team. He will get the rock early and often.
Using his legs, it's Cook. The Spartans pick up the first down. Physical running style. Maybe the patron saint of that for Michigan State is T.J. Duckett.
Oh, the big fella. And that reminds me of Michigan State football. That's who they are, right? The physicality. They're gonna be blue collar. They're gonna roll up their sleeves, and make no mistake, every game you play against them, if you don't match the physical challenge, you will lose.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Spartans with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He's right on target. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Really nice job on that throw, just giving his guy an opportunity to catch the ball. It kind of reminds me about Bill Burke, a guy I played against back in the Citrus Bowl when I was playing. He was throwing to Plaxico Burress, and he just kept putting the football in Plax's range, and we just couldn't stop the two of them. They went up and down the field on us all day long throwing it. If you just give your guy a chance like he did right there, I don't know if this defense can stop him.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Pulls it in, it's Stewart. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They'll give it to the back. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
He's good. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan State. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Pandas offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Trying to get to it. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here's the return. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He turns that loose down the right side. Fires the pass, intercepted. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On the option. And that ball is live in the backfield. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming. Really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
Well, you're down here in the red zone. You know you've got to be able to run the football, so good call going with the toss play. Nice blocking up front. Good patience by the back finding his crease.
Running behind that left side. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Sparty. The AT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Jeffrey. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Coming after it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Pandas line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Touchdown, Spartans! How about the special teams coming up with a huge play? And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Ohio notched a victory in enemy territory, And though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from Athens is worth its weight in gold to the Bobcats. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. It sounds like they had a good one there. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window. And you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. And the Pandas will punt this one away. Hauls it in, looking for space. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. All wideouts, no backs. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He'll take a deep shot here. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Michigan State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll leave it with him. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. The Pandas will call on their punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Motion from the offense. He's going to pass on second down. He's got his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you've got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
Quarterback adapting. He'll let it go down the right side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. The Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll go to the toss. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He now has 62 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. And the Spartans are moving quickly down the field. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Sparty! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish.
And he's running in the open. Smashes through the tackle. Run out of bounds just before he can get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. Trying to break the plane on 2nd and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out.
Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable in that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their feet.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Fullback's got it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, that really speaks to the identity of this defense, guys. They take pride in big hits and clean tackles, but they are going to let you know they're there. And they're going to let you know for 60 minutes. I love this run defense.
Fires and picked off. Taking it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that ball.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Wide out in motion. Off the play fake on first down. A strike downfield. Touchdown Spartans! And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Top 15 teams colliding today with major ramifications across the college football landscape. Kansas State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there and the Little Apple behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to USC.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass.
Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Going up top on first down. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. On second down, they'll take to the air. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. And they'll get it down after the return at the 27-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Listen, a lot of time tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
Lets it fly. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often. Downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
They get to him as he throws. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Spartans send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one.
And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. The give to the tailback. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception.
Trying to beat the D deep. And he hauls it in inside the 30. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Spartans will boot it away to start the second half. Out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The offense set for a first down play. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line.
5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Tackle is made at the 23. Let's call it a 5-yard pickup.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
They finally make the stop at the big run. Is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Wicks. On the run, still looking. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
Throws to the wideout. Ball in the air, intercepted. Bringing it back. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Michigan State. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. And he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off this guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
Gets down with the slide.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Makes a move. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The give to the left. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Caught close to the marker, it's Stewart. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
It's really easy to be a quarterback in an offense that runs the football and then runs play action. It makes it simple. It makes the reads easy. It sucks the linebackers and safeties up, where I can just make plays right behind them.
Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got his man. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy.
Unleashes one deep. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation.
Touchdown, Sparty! And the pummeling has started.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. That gamble. Pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Boy, 3 and out last time, Davey. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Coleman.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
And nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, running up the middle, try different things to see what you do.
Can't make the catch, and it'll be 3rd down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Dropping back, it's Wicks. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. And the Pandas will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Look out, he's got room. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the 4th quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. First down to start the drive after the break. Running back searching for a hole. Touchdown, Spartans! And a beatdown has ensued. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Iowa was able to finish off a close one in Iowa City today. They did just enough both offensively and defensively to come away with a dub. Hey, survive and advance. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. This defense is showing a Spartan spirit, and they are swarming.
I mean, they're making them earn everything. Nothing given up free, playing so good at all the levels of the defense. If I'm a Michigan State fan, I'm pretty jacked up at this performance.
And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
0 points on the day. That's really all you have to say about this offense. It's been a struggle fest. They've been riding the struggle bus. They haven't done anything right today.
Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
They'll run this play from the pistol. To the air, it's Quicks. Using the quick game. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
He wants to throw here on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Clayton. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Just let him a little too far across the sidelines. Couldn't make the catch in bounds. It's incomplete. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 39 after a good return on that one. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute for them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
A loss of 5 yards on the play. Second down coming up.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Unloads it left. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He'll try to take it back. After making the interception, ran that thing back to the 18-yard line.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Let's see what they've got on second down. To the air, it's Quicks. Got his man quickly. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. And the entire playbook is wide open on 2nd and short like this. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not...
Intercepted. Takes it the other way. The 40. He's at the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Michigan State.
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Inside his own 10, and the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. A 3rd and long coming up here. Back to throw, it's Wicks. Pocket starts to collapse. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. The Pandas will send out the punt unit. No fair catches here, looking for room. Slips through the line. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle, short of the stick, setting up 4th down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And very important, not only to generate power, but to find his mark, a 49-yard try from the left. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. They blow the field goal. Something finally goes wrong. Line gets set, first down. He's looking to throw it. And he can't escape, and down he goes. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. And the pressure gets to him again, another sack. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Here's a throw downfield late. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Pandas will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.